On deck, all hands on deck. Some of our worst fears are happening as we speak. It's just before 3, well, it's 2:30 a.m. in Ukraine, and we've got a live feed. Thank you to this great work this YouTube vlogger is doing. He's got multiple cameras. They have multiple cameras on the live feed on the biggest nuclear reactor in Ukraine, and there's fighting going on inside the reactor. Live cams, you can hear it, you can see it. There's explosions, there's gunfire, there's vehicles in and out. You can hear guns fired. You can hear, you can see a rocket. Boom. Now let me explain this. Now everybody's talking about the cores, the cores, the cores, the cores. Of course, the cores have a containment vessel around them, but it doesn't take much to send a reactor into shutdown. Now, the reactor is supposedly in shutdown, but stay with me. This is really important. You know how much spent fuel is in that reactor? How many spent fuel pools are at that reactor? They're nearly as big as Fukushima. There are gigantic, massive, massive, massive amounts of spent fuel on site at that reactor. Maybe the biggest in the world storage of nuclear waste, spent fuel cores, TikTok. Oh my God. So, all it takes is one spent fuel pool to get struck. And, the water runs off these cores. They go into Zerk fire, which is every bit a nuclear meltdown. Now, Geiger counter readings over there, it's 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. And again, thank you to this YouTuber. I'll post his link. Great work, man. What a sight. And so, all hands on deck, all hands on deck. I'll stay on this. Now, again, listen to me. Nobody knows more about this than me. I've been going crazy about this reactor for decades. Now, this is the biggest nuclear reactor in all Europe. It's right down the river from Chernobyl. But the reactor on the west of Ukraine, rebels were trying to get it in 2014. So now, have they got near a core? The reactor's supposedly in shutdown. Now, we've been told that. But the IAEA has released no information. Now, the Ukrainians requested IAEA buffer zone 2 days ago. Did the IAEA respond? No. The village, the people of the town came out and tried to block it. Oh my God. The IAEA did nothing. Again, this is exactly why nuclear energy should not exist. This is a fucking nightmare. So, the cores, there's 7 of them. So, are they in shutdown? We've been told that by third, fourth parties. We don't know that, but I would think. Now, but remember, is this an old RBM? Yep. So, remember, spent fuel is on site in that reactor in swimming pools. Spent fuel pools by the literally hundreds and hundreds of thousands of tons. The spent fuel pools, all it takes is one hit on. One hit. Water runs off those spent fuel pools. Who knows who's in there if, maintaining backup generators. What a fucking joke that is. Fukushima proved that. So, I'll post the link. And again, this YouTuber, this reminds me of the old days when we were first watching Fukushima. That was activists because there was an accident in Japan in 1997. People don't know about that accident. I do. Guess what day it was? Oh yeah, March 11. Boy, they love March. The Ides of March. God, it's always March, isn't it? So, again, we don't know. All hands on deck. We'll get grassroots Geiger counters out, but we know how the U.S. they'll let anything up on YouTube until you start talking nuclear energy reactors. So, I'm the guy that found on June 14th, 2011, when Fukushima Unit 3 blew up. I had one view, and it was a live cam Sure wasn't the government. Sure wasn't the nuclear industry. It was activists in the sea. But so all hands on deck. All hands on deck. You know, there's fighting going on. You know, and I'm not a reporter. I'm an activist. I've been freaking trying to get this thing shut down for decades. Again, it's another reason. Again, the cover-up of Fukushima is the causation of this. Why? Because if the truth would have been told by Fukushima, they wouldn't have kettled me and squashed me and went after me and freaking literally tried to kill me. I mean, there's videos all over out there showing activists being detained in Russia. You know, old ones. You know how many times I've been in freaking handcuffs? You know, as a peace activist over the last 20 years? They do the same thing here. Well, they just kill them here. Go after the nuclear industry here. See what they do to us in a real way. Go ask Aaron Swartz. Go ask Michael Hastings. Go ask Megan Rice, 85-year-old nun. Go ask her what they did to her. Oh, yeah, she's dead. All hands on deck. All hands on deck. Lord. This is getting so creepy. What's that sound? Oh, it's F-35s.